Welcome to the Next Chapter podcast. If you are a professional or an entrepreneur that's ready to dive headfirst into your next chapter of business success and create a kick-ass freaking life, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Rob Murgatroyd, and I'll be bringing you some game-changing insights, great interviews, and real-life transformations of people who have made a leap into their next chapter. Strap in and let's get this party started. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Next Chapter. Today, I want to talk about creating a bridge to take you from your current chapter to your next chapter. All right, so I was a chiropractor for 25 years, and probably for the last 10 of those years, if somebody said their neck or back hurts, I was going to shoot myself. I couldn't take it anymore. It was so monotonous, so boring. I needed something else. But during that time, I was always scanning around me for something that I felt compelled to, something that had an energetic draw. I didn't care if it was a hobby, if it was something that I was interested in, if it was something that just sort of like, I just felt a pull towards. I was always looking for all sorts of things. And I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do next, but I just wanted to have something that made me come alive. Now, I knew that ultimately I was going to hit a point where I just didn't even want to go into the office anymore, and I was going to be done. So I knew that while I was experimenting with different things, I had to find a way to replace my income. So one of the things I was experimenting with, which is what I'm doing now, is being a performance coach, hosting events, creating courses, writing books, those kind of things. But nobody knew who the hell I was at all. I was, Dr. Rob, the chiropractor. So I had to figure out a way to get over imposter syndrome, how to, get over my lack of 10,000 hours in any of these areas. But more importantly, I had to figure out a way to replace my chiropractic income. So my wife and I had some friends who were doing network marketing, and they were doing really, really well with it. And my wife said, well, why don't we try it? And I was like, hell no. There's no way that I'm doing network marketing. I did not want to do it. And it's a pretty simple reason why I didn't want to do it. Ask any chiropractor how often they get approached with network marketers. I don't know why they think chiropractors are the holy grail for, signing them up to become network marketers. I guess because of the volume of patients they see or whatever. But I was approached by everybody. And honestly, everybody that approached me was never someone's life that I wanted to model. They just were never successful. Many of them were like down in their luck and trying to figure out what else to do. And one week it was no need juice, and the next week it was Amway. And I was like, I'm not doing it. But this particular couple and some other friends that they were friends with that I was sort of like watching were doing so well. I mean, they really were killing it. It was obvious that this was something new that they had in their life, and they were really killing it. And I just hit a point where I got humbled, and I was desperate to get out of practice. And one day I was like, fuck it. I'll get over the pride. I'll get over this stigma that I had and try it. And, so I reached out to those friends and I asked them, all right, so teach me, I'm a student, teach me how to do this. I'll model you guys and I'll do it, because I kind of like the way that they were doing it. And they did. And one of the things that he said to me was, look, from this point forward, you have to agree that you're never going to bring up again that this is for losers. You're not going to talk about the stigma. You're going to let it go and resolve that you're going all in, regardless of backlash that people are going to say. And so I agreed. I am very, very coachable. If you tell me to hop on my right foot, I will do it, and not on my left. I will do precisely what you tell me to do. And so we did it. And I would say within 6 months, we were halfway to replacing my chiropractic income. And so it was like, holy shit, I cannot believe this worked. So I was sitting my ass on two horses. One was the chiropractic horse. The other one was the network marketing horse. And it was confusing because I had this third horse that I wanted to sit on. I wanted to do coaching. I wanted to do courses. I wanted to write books, etc. But I needed this bridge. And honestly, looking back now, I see it as a bridge. But at the time, I didn't see it as a bridge. I looked at myself as, on the one hand, I was super happy that we were making the income to do this. But on the other hand, I was like, God, I've got more freedom. I'm not tied to my office. I'm making money, but I don't want to be doing network marketing for the rest of my life. But I needed this bridge. So the reason why I'm doing this podcast is I want you to look at things. I want you to consider the idea of a bridge. I wound up having a bridge, but I didn't think about it as a bridge. And I think you should think about it as a bridge, because a bridge implies temporary. And I needed something that I needed that at that time. So, was it something I wanted to do? Network marketing? No. Did it work? Yes. So I started to realize that this was not a long-term play for me. So while you're thinking about a bridge to your next chapter, look at it and say, okay, this is not my be-all and end-all. This is simply a bridge. Now, the bridge may be what you're currently doing, and you may just, put some money aside, or you may, find another way to add another revenue stream to your business. I don't know, but you'll know when you think about it as to whether or not it's a bridge. And what we eventually wound up doing was, once I realized that this income was replaced and I had a little bit of a cushion where, with network marketing, it's reoccurring. So they'll tell you it's reoccurring for ever. I don't think it is. I think eventually it will start to fade if you don't work it. But there's enough residual that you can ride it for a good year if you've built the business well. And by well, I mean probably after about a year of really going hard at it. So let's say you go at it for a year, you replace your income. There's a good chance it's going to last for a while. So my wife and I sat down. We said, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to move, I want to move to LA. I want to be a coach. I want to start this mastermind. We got this income coming in. You, my wife's name's Kim, Kim, take it from here. You run this thing down and you continue, not run it down to the ground, but you run it and continue to build this business, or at a minimum, create continued momentum. Just keep it going. And so she did. She fully took it over. And it allowed us, in fairness, my wife always gives me shit for this because I don't know why. I just rarely mention it. I think probably because I'm still embarrassed by it, maybe. I don't know. But it was the thing that was the bridge. It was absolutely the bridge. So I would recommend that if you don't have a bridge right now, look for one. And if you're considering network marketing, we're still doing it. You can reach out to Kim, my wife Kim's handle. I'll put in the show notes. It's at Kim Murgatroyd, because she still does it. It was only a bridge. It's still a revenue stream that we use to live the life we want. So there you have it. Who knew? Network marketing. All right, that's it, everybody. I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Look, I've been there, craving something different as a professional. Maybe you want to level up your business. Maybe you love what you do, but you need some time freedom. Or maybe you're ready to say goodbye to it all and dive into a totally new world of business. Either way, I've got you covered. My coaching programs will help you reverse engineer a plan that will help you take the next step in creating the success and life you've always dreamed of. In the show notes, you'll see a link for a one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching. Just hit up one of those links in the show notes and we'll jump on a free discovery call.